true liberation, or what you want to call it, freedom, tell these diabolical human beings that you are shoving black down their throat, that you are officially abolishing it. They're going to crumble because it's been a thorough weapon. Oh, it's so thorough. You literally got folks running around here doing all the hard work for the enemy. They just want to be black. They just got to be black. They just want to be black. They just got to be black. And you know the sad part? Folks have done a thorough job of conflating things. Black pride and black power is different. It's separate from Black American. But folks did a good job of doing a number on folks and conflating the two. Me being proud of black pride and black power is something that no one can never take from me. They can never take that from me unless they cut me open. That's the only way, and they still wouldn't get it. That can never be taken from me. That's a lived experience. When you have lived something, no one can never take it away from you. Once you have lived that, it cannot be taken from you. America knows that. The whole world knows that. All they want you to do is to be convinced that you're black. Because all around the world, anybody with brown skin is mistreated only because of their skin. Only because of their skin color. No matter where you go in the world, any person with brown skin are at the bottom, are mistreated. Are they at the bottom? Or they are mistreated? Or they are at the bottom? That's the whole reason for the word white and black. Why would I want to continue to identify with something that has harmed me? Before I knew that, I could not be blamed. Before I gained consciousness, I cannot be blamed. But once I've been helped to understand how that weapon has been used, I do not have to volunteer to continue to be harmed by that weapon. I don't have to volunteer to do that. But that's for each person to make their own choice. I have made my choice. White is abolished. Black is abolished. I have my liberation. I still have my black power and my black pride. But Black American and African American does not describe me. It does not describe my mother. It does not describe my grandfather, my grandmother. It does not describe my great-great-grandfather and great-great-grandmother. Because it just don't. The definition that they have shown total disrespect. Negro is nowhere in that definition. And they did that on purpose. That's why on the 28th of March, 2024, they removed Negro. On the 8th of April, 2024, they removed Negro from the term Black American. They removed Negro from the term African American. It may turn out to be a blessing from the God. At the time that I read those two things, I was very angry. I'm going to stay angry and fight for the Negro ancestors' sacrifice and achievement under a term called Negro. But it may turn out, because Black American and African American means nothing. It means something for Jamaicans because they spelled their nation out. It means something for Haitians because they spelled out Haitian. It means something for Ethiopians, but it don't mean anything for Negro descendants of Negro ancestors and Black American descendants of Negro ancestors. It don't mean anything for that Pacific group. Now it means something for you for immigrants that have a nation, because each of you that have a nation, you have three things. You have a recognized ethnicity. Number two, you have a national origin. Number three, you have a nation. That's the big one. That's the real big one. Big, that's big. No matter how evil America is, they do respect nations. So Black American and African American don't have any of those three. Am I lying? For all you smart people, am I lying? Do the term Black American and African American have those three? Do anybody want to send me a DM and call me a liar? Call me a liar and tell me that the term Black American and African American have those three things. They don't have it. That's why America is purposely harming Negroes and Black American descendants of Negroes. See, you don't understand how complicated this is. You just don't understand how complicated it is. You only see it at the surface level. You only see it by the skin color. It's deeper than that. It's more diabolical than that. You don't get it. And no one can blame you for not getting it. No matter, I'm going to say again, I can move to Jamaica tomorrow. I could have lived in Jamaica for 70 years after being born in America. Say I'm born in America and I'm 20 years old and I pack up and fly to Jamaica. I spend the next 50, 60 years living in Jamaica. I'll never be able to understand their environment and their history better than their people. I would never go to their country and try to tell them that I understand their system of evilness or discrimination or racism or oppression. I wouldn't even attempt to try to tell them that I understand it better than they do. It would be disrespectful for me to do that. It would be total disrespect for me to try to do that. But that constantly happens in America. It constantly happened to Negroes and Black American descendants of Negroes. We constantly have to listen to that. We constantly have to be told that, you just want to cause division. 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 We all the same. We all oppress the same. We all oppress the same. We all get pulled over by the policeman. The same thing happens. It sounds pitiful because you know it's a lie. It's a lie. No two human beings have the same lived experience day to day. Whatever length of time they live, there's no two human beings, three human beings that go through the very same lived experience. It may be some similarities. It's always going to be similarities. But to try to stretch that to say that we all go through the same thing, it's a bald-faced lie. And it really tells a lot about your character, even to try to say that, because you know it's not even a common sense thing that even have an ounce of truth. It don't have an ounce of truth, but you keep on repeating it. It really, really exposes your character flaws. It really do. I don't know why folks keep doing it. I just wouldn't want to damage my character reputation by constantly repeating a lie. I just would care more about my character reputation than to do that. I don't know why I keep on hearing adults say that over and over again out of their mouth. We all get treated the same way because when we get pulled over by the policeman, we all get treated the same way when we get pulled over by the policeman. We all being oppressed. Yes, we're all being oppressed, but we're not all being oppressed at the same level. We're all being oppressed. That's true. But we're not all being oppressed at the same level. That's another bit of information that most of you probably don't know. Talent, New Negro Republic. A bright young man, a bright young man. Scholar in all his rights. Have done a lot of research for all of us to benefit from. Has sacrificed a lot of time out of his own life to do this research so that each of us can benefit from it. Well, in the Negro space one night, he gave us the research on the income level of all of the different ethnic groups. America has made it possible for all brown-skinned immigrants to jump ahead of Negroes and Black American descendants. Do y'all think that happened by accident? Do y'all really think after the Negro ancestors carved out 246 years that every immigrant would have an opportunity to jump ahead of Negroes unless that was done on purpose? By the law of average, by simply the fair law average, it would change up. Just don't include anything else, just plain old factual, common sense, and intelligent. After 150 years, by the law of average, it would change up. Sometimes the Caucasians would be at the bottom. Maybe sometimes the Japanese would be at the bottom. Maybe sometimes the Germans would be at the bottom. Maybe sometimes the Irish would be at the bottom. It would just naturally change up unless something is in place to make sure it don't. Something has to be in place on a consistent basis for that to stay the same for 150 years. Something has to be in place to prevent it from changing up. But you persons don't want to hear that. Every time we try to explain to you, America is doing something purposely to target one specific group. You don't want to hear that. You just want to see the skin color. You don't want to hear the truth. We have done everything in our ability to try to explain that to you, but you don't want to hear it. So when I'm talking to a person that cannot relate to my country harming my well-being, why would I want to continue to have a conversation with that person? You're not able to relate to what I'm trying to explain to you. So why would I want to unify with you? Why would I want to have any association with you? Because I have a lived experience. I'm trying to explain that lived experience to you, and you are refusing to hear it. So why would I want to get to know you? Why would I want to unify with you? Why would I want to think that you are my brother or sister? See how it all makes no sense? You see how it all is delusional? Because it's just plain old common sense. Every human being is going to fight for their well-being. Every one of us are going to first and foremost fight for our well-being. That's just a human instinct. That's a human instinct. And for all you that keep on claiming that immigration is not a weapon, I don't know why you're fighting so hard for it. And I kind of do, because you're thinking about how you were able to come here and try to have a better life. But America don't see it that way. America barely lets brown skin and dark brown skin persons into this country. It's less than 10%. Go do the research. For all you smart people who think folks are just against other brown skinned persons, go do the research and come back and show me the proof that America has let in brown skin and dark brown skin persons more than 10%. Go show me that data. If you can prove to me that that data is more than 10%, I'll make a broadcast stating that I was incorrect. And I'll do it for more than 1 day, 2 days. It'll be a couple of days. So for all you immigrants that think that Negroes and Black American descendants of Negroes are against you because they are against immigration, I want you to go dig up the data that shows that America has let more than 10% of brown skin and dark brown skin persons into this country with a visa. I want you to go show me that data. So the Negroes and the Black American descendants of Negroes are against immigration because America has unfairly weaponized immigration. Is that sinking into your brain? Is it sinking into your brain? America, from day one, when the ink dried on the paper, that was their weapon. And they are not going to ever they're never going to get rid of their weapon. Only thing that Negroes and Black American descendants of Negroes can do is to continue to fight against it, because that's our right for our survival. When your natural human instinct is to survive, you're not going to never stop fighting. When someone or something is causing harm to your existence, you are going to fight tooth and nail to the death, because that's harming you. Otherwise, you're not going to spend a lot of energy if it's not harming you. If you know something is not harming you, you're not going to spend a lot of energy fighting it. You're just not going to waste time off of your life doing that. But a human being is going to fight to the death's end if they know something is harming them, because each of us have that built-in instinct to protect our well-being and our safety. So you folks can stop painting that line narrative that Negroes and Black American descendants of Negroes are against other brown and dark brown skinned immigrants, because it's not true. It's never been true. It's just not true. So don't twist it when you hear Negroes and Black American descendants of Negroes fighting against immigration. Negroes and Black American descendants of Negroes are not targeting other brown and dark brown skin immigrants. Now, some persons may feel that way. I cannot speak for those persons, but my lived experience tells me that if we could truly do a fair survey, it would come out showing that the majority of Negroes and Black American descendants of Negroes want other brown and dark brown skinned persons over here in America if they want to be here. But seeing as how Negroes and Black American descendants of Negroes do not control how America uses that as a weapon, they have to fight it the best way they can. They have to fight it the best way, every way that they can. And it's unfortunate that other brown skin and dark brown skin immigrants feel that Negroes and Black American descendants of Negroes are against them. That's not it. And it's just downright harmful for those to keep running around painting that narrative. Because see, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna have to get ready to get off of here and go to bed. It's clear proof that America has not let in over 10% of brown skin and dark brown skin immigrants. That is a fact. But the crazy part is that the Democrats are the main the main target of this push for this invasion for the past 3 years. They are the main guilty party of this invasion. Now the Republicans are part of it too, but the Democrats are majority to blame. See, what maybe folks don't understand is that Biden and Clinton and Rockefellers and all of them are behind the destruction of Haiti, Jamaica, Bahamas, the continent, and that all involves immigration. They want you to vote for your own demise. The Negroes and the Black American descendants of Negroes are fighting against that. Once the Negroes and the Black American descendants of Negroes get their restitution, they'll be in a better position to help Jamaica, to help Haiti, to help the Bahamas and the continent. But you're fighting against us. That's the crazy part. As long as the Republicans and the Democrats run this country over here, as long as the Republicans and the Democrats run this country in America, Jamaica will suffer. Haitians will suffer. The Bahamas will suffer. The continent will suffer. We cannot seem to get you to understand that. But you keep on fighting and calling us the bad ones. We the bad. We bad. We white supremacy. We lazy. We drug addicts. We criminals. We kill each other. We don't know how to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, and it's just all this and that. But the Negroes and the Black American descendants of Negroes are the only ones that care, that really care. The Republicans and the Democrats don't care. And this election that's coming up is going to be the deciding factor, because the Republicans already own 25 states. They own them. They are 27 out of 50. The Republicans and the Asians and the Latinos and the Mexicans are a voting bloc. They got control of 27 states. Now the Democrats want to bring in immigrants to defeat the power structure of the Republicans. The Republicans want to bring in legal immigrants, and they also want to turn the clock back to 1776. That's going to be bad for all Negroes and Black American descendants of Negroes and all melanated persons. If they turn that clock back, because they already done started. They're already doing it slowly but surely. They done away with Roe versus Wade, the affirmative action. They just going down the checklist. If you're paying attention. The Jews getting ready to get a hate crime bill. The Asians done got a hate crime bill. The LGBTQ have big money backing them. You know where that leaves all of us brown-skinned folks on the outside looking in? It leaves us on the outside looking in. So I'm going to say again, the Republicans are more than halfway. They are more than halfway to having. Well, they already have majority, because they got 20. They control 27 states now. I initially thought it was 25, but I got an update from Anti-Sociable. She gave the update report that they got 27 out of 50. So they more than halfway there. But then the Democrats are going to flood this country with all different immigrants that's going to not include brown and dark brown immigrants from Jamaica, Haiti, the Bahamas, and the continent. Well, they're going to bring a few, but most of these immigrants that Kamala Harris want to bring in is from India and these other nations, Russia, Ukraine, Palestinian. That don't include none of us brown people. All these places that they having wars in, those folks are going to have to come to America. They're going to get priority over all you brown skin and dark brown skin persons from these other nations. You're not going to get priority over those skin colors. They're going to get priority. That's all they care about. Now they're going to let a few in. They got to make it look good. They may let a few brown skin and dark brown skin persons in with a visa. But they already don't let a boatload of Ukraine, Afghanistan, Palestinians, India, where Kamala Harris is from. Mark my word, if they win election, I want you to record this. Mark my word, Kamala Harris is going to bring in a lot of people from her nation. If that doesn't happen, call me a liar and I'll do a broadcast. If I'm lying and you record this, and mark my word, if Kamala Harris get into that presidency, she is not going to try to do anything to save life in Jamaica. She's not going to do anything to try to save life in Haitian. She's not going to do anything to try to save life in the Bahamas. She's not going to do anything to try to save life on the continent. But you can bet your bottom dollar she's going to protect her nation. She's going to do everything in her power to protect her nation, her bloodline. But you're going to be an afterthought. Oh, and Joe Biden, he has spent over 3 years getting revenge on the fact that he had to tell Charlemagne the God that if you didn't vote for him, you're not black. He has done a superb job of revenge. The man did a superb job of revenge. Kamala Harris is going to do the same thing. Oh, she's very angry right now because she thought she had the Negroes and Black American descendants bamboozled, that they were going to get behind her and say she was black. And she's hearing all these words that's being said that she's not black. If she get to be president, she's going to have revenge too. She ain't going to say it out loud. She's not going to say it out loud, but she's going to feel it. She's going to feel that way on the inside. And she's going to do the same thing that Joe Biden did. He didn't do anything specifically for Negroes and Black American descendants, or even really melanated persons. But he did a lot for the Muslim. Joe Biden did a lot for the Muslim, the LGBTQ, the Latinos and the Mexicans got reparations. The LGBTQ got reparations. The Asians got reparations. They got a hate crime bill. The LGBTQ keep getting laws passed, one law after another. So they have made it very clear. Joe Biden sat up there and said, well, Black Americans, you had my back and I'm going to have your back. What has he done? What has he done? He made time to sign executive orders for Muslims. He made time to pass into law reparations for Latinos and Mexicans. He made time to pass a law for the Asians for their reparations and their hate crime bill. He made time for the who did I leave out? I must have left out somebody. So it was just a complete display of revenge. That's what Biden has done for the past over 3 years. The man was showing you his revenge. Oh, he did a thorough job of that revenge. Kamala Harris is going to do the same thing. And she has said out her own mouth that she want to give $38 billion to Israel. Israel and Jews are responsible for slavery. They own America. They own America. So they are guilty of the harm that I have suffered for 62 years. See how that works? I don't have no confusion. The Jews, however they identify, the Jews and the Israel folks, they are responsible for slavery. They are responsible for controlling everything in America. That's why they're getting ready to get a hate crime bill. That's gonna be the whammy. If that bill gets passed, oh Lordy. If that bill passes Congress and the Senate, holy Lordy, it's gonna be ugly. So for me to sit and hear Kamala Harris say she wants to give $38 billion to Israel and not say one word about the suffering that's going on in Haiti, the Congo, and the restitution for Negro ancestors' debt, I don't need to think 5 minutes that lady would never get my vote. I'd rather die before she get my vote. Because I know she don't care about myself. She don't care about anyone with my skin color. Now, she may care about folks with brown skin, like Latinos and Mexicans, who they call BIPOCs, brown skin, black and brown. She may care about those, because they are a step of class above us ones with really brown skin and dark brown skin. Those folks that they be talking about, calling them black and brown, them brown folks are a step above you. If you just happen to have a little bit darker shade of brown, a little bit darker shade of black, or no, a little bit darker shade of dark brown, because no such thing as black. She care about those folks, because those folks look like her folks from India. If you happen to be walking around with that skin tone that look like the folks from India, she care about you. But I can tell you folks, and you may not want to hear it, the Republicans and the Democrats are responsible for what the killing that's going on in Haiti, and it breaks my heart. I think about it every day I get up, every waking moment. Congo, and all the destruction that has happened to the continent. It's no reason under the sun that Africa, I'm going to say Africa for the rest of this broadcast, it's no reason for Africa to be suffering the way it's suffering. God gave the African continent abundance of resources. He blessed billions and billions of people to be born